trick you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a whale. A giant whale named Monstro. You may remember Monstro from Pinocchio. He ate Pinocchio and he ate Geppetto. And now he's eating Disney guests. I was done. But cameraman Garrett said, Disneyana Ashley, you have to come back. You have to come back and you have to perform. So, I am gonna get on this Storybook Land canals and get eaten by Monstro for the sick pleasures of cameraman Garrett. What will I find on the other side? I don't know. All I know is it better not be boring like Winnie the Pooh. I'll see you soon. Crikey.
Good morning, afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Storybook Land. My name is Brian. I'll be your captain today aboard the Aurora for the next 3-hour tour. Now, just as a reminder, please keep all hands, arms, and fingers inside the boat at all times. And remain seated throughout your journey, even if we take a journey through the jaws of Monstro. But fear not, folks, for this is the same exact whale that swallowed Pinocchio and Geppetto. And since Pinocchio is such a clever puppet, he actually lit a fire inside Monstro's belly, which caused him to sneeze his tail off, making him half the whale he used to be. Just around the riverbed, on your left-hand side, is the cave of the big bad wolf. And no matter how hard he huffs or he puffs, he still can't figure out how to swim across the canal to get to those 3 little pigs. And over on your right-hand side, you'll see that the first home was made of straw, the second of sticks, and the third of 100% wolf-proof bricks. Also on your left-hand side is the English village from Alice in Wonderland. If you take a look on the right-hand side of the village, you'll see her home, but she's usually sitting down by the water, staring at the sky, daydreaming. Though today it looks like she must have fallen down. Who knows what crazy adventure she's on today. In the center of the canal, we have London Park from Peter Pan. It's from this park that those darling children were able to fly off to Neverland with a little bit of help from Tinkerbell and her pixie dust. Straight ahead of you is Agrabah, a city of mystery and enchantment. At the top of the hill lies the Sultan's magnificent palace. Down below is the crowded marketplace where Aladdin first met Princess Jasmine. As most of you guys already know, he was the Prince of Thieves. So on that day, he only stole 2 things. Now, can anyone help me figure out what those 2 things were?
An apple?
They gave the apple back. Yes. You know?
Never mind.
One of them you could eat. It wasn't the apple, though.
Bread or something?
Yes, the loaf of bread. The second one?
Jasmine's heart?
Yes. You guys are good. You guys are good.
If you take a look above you, you see we're passing underneath the same rose-covered arches. And Aladdin once took Jasmine on a magic carpet ride into a whole new world. And Aladdin and Apu discovered a cave full of treasures, but the most precious of them all was the magic genie lamp. Do remember that golden rule, folks. Don't touch anything. Now just around the corner to your right-hand side is the quiet cottage home of Snow White and the 7 dwarves. If you look past the trees into the hills, you may catch a glimpse of the jewel mine where the 7 dwarves still whistle while they work. At your left-hand side, you'll see the blue roof chateau that Cinderella once shared with her wicked stepmother and 2 stepsisters, but don't worry, folks. She currently lives in that beautiful pink castle at the top of the hill with her Prince Charming happily ever after.
If you guys look at that.
If you look off to your left-hand side, you'll see a rather unusual flower display. This is the world famous giant patchwork quilt from Disney's Silly Symphonies. Now this quilt is made together with 23 different desert blooms that grow to about an inch a year. Some of these plants are actually our oldest Fantasyland residents, dating back about 150 years. If you guys are curious, all the trees and plants here in Storybook Land, like the ones you see to your right-hand side in London Park, are real. Can anyone take a guess as to how we miniaturize them all? Bueller.
Yes, good job. Tinkerbell and her pixie dust.
Just beyond the bridge to your left-hand side is Toad Hall, and right next door is the humble home of Mr. Mole, his best friend. If you guys look closely, you'll notice all the doors are shut, nobody's home. That's because those two are off in the park on a wild ride to no place in particular. Also on your left-hand side of the 3 dozen windmills. Now the windmill in the center is made famous for sheltering animals during the terrible storm in Disney's 1937 classic, The Old Mill. You'll see the snowy alpine village where Pinocchio and Geppetto live. Right there in that wood carving shop by the water, that Geppetto once wished upon a star, Pinocchio became a little Just up ahead to your right is Prince Eric's ship in the sandy beach where he first met Ariel. It also happens to be the same exact spot where she took her steps on land to become part of our world. Now, a little further up on your left-hand side, you may catch a glimpse of Atlantica, the underwater kingdom on Peter Strike, which features all the miracles in Ariel's life. Unfortunately, folks, like every good fairy tale, looks like this journey must come to an end. So as we approach the dock, do remember to keep those hands, arms, and fingers inside the boat at all times. And remain seated till the count of 3, or we'll stand together towards the center of the boat for balance.
Crikey, ladies and gentlemen, we just got off the Storybook Canal. Monstro, thankfully, did not eat us. We went into a miniaturized world. We saw Pinocchio's home, Snow White's home, Cinderella, everybody. We saw the homes but no people. That's a little strange. But I'm revigorated, re-energized, and Disneyana Ashley is back. What adventure will I take you on next? I don't know. But it's time for me to conquer an old nemesis. I'll see you soon. Crikey. On this. Disneyana Ashley gets motion sickness, you see. Cameraman Gary is a right master and is trying to make Disneyana Ashley go on teams. So Ashley throws up, it'll be on Cameraman Gary and his expensive camera. So me and my hopefully not empty stomach will catch you soon. Friday. Mine.
Good. Get it out, fucker. See?
Hello, I'm Disneyana Ashley. I ride the rides and wait lines so you don't have to. Right here we have King Arthur's carousel. What is unique about this carousel, you might ask? Nothing really. It just goes around and around kid with big ears. And he has a sadist mouse named Timothy J. Mouse. As a whip, he likes to whip them more. Anyway, you go